Up yours, woke moralists. We'll see who cancels who.
Bruh.
Previously on Get in the Car Loser, the party cancelled a giant mechanical dragon, an obvious reference to Final Fantasy, an evil ex-boyfriend, the embodiment of Sam's inner turmoil, and Joni Vanjo itself. Now the party has to do the same to Joni Vanjo in an alternate timeline. Fate of Another World. Hold confirm. You cannot return until the chapter is finished, so use a separate slot. Okay, how's that for a place to stop and rest? Takes place just after the final battle, huh? It's perfect, baby. I think my favorite part is that it is not a miserable fucking frozen wasteland emanating evil. I don't know where the fuck we are, but at least it's not Lesser Anastasia. Who knows, middle of Prince's Road. It's so long, but also all looks the same. Hey, wait a minute. It's actually called Prince's Road. Is that, you know... my very own road, Sam. Wait, holy shit, you're right. Well, I got it wrong. I don't see any princes around here. Yeah, fuck this road. You see now why I didn't want to transition publicly. For starters, they're going to have to rename so many things when I announce it. Sam, I think I felt overestimating the difficulty in changing the road's name from Prince's Road to Princess Road. Dude, you just said the same thing twice. Nay, the first I spake was Prince's Road, as in the road of the prince. The second was Princess Road, as in what Sam is, prefixing road. Okay, fine, I guess it's not that bad. Also, this place isn't nearly as bad as it was last time, honestly. For starters, there's substantially less terrifying haze or ominous words hovering in the sky. Okay, I didn't see that, but that sounds fucked up. I too am grateful that Fel can finally enjoy the environs on our wavelength instead of in the midst of an isolation field. Thanks, Angela. Isolation fields are not fun. That's my verdict. Big fan of regular fields, but that kind of field is bad and I don't like it. Valentin, my noble comrade, does that trouble fee? Has Fel too fallen victim to its effects? What? Nah, nothing like that. I was just thinking about how when this all started, I was like, and we're gonna make out under the stars, but actually, that is the only thing we haven't done. Oh, what tragedy had to have befallen Fee? That's what I'm saying. And now I don't have a cool heroic girlfriend to make out with under the stars. Sure, but you do have a cool heroic friend to make out with under the stars. I like making out with my friends too. Hey, I'm sorry. Was that really an option on the table this entire time? Sure, if your stars are right. How are you feeling about your stars right now, Sam? I feel like I've probably just been hit in the face by one. Actually, wait. Speaking of stars, is that one moving right below the blue star? Look, right there. I think it's moving. Huh? Do we have a blue star? Wait, what the fuck? That glimmering blue. There's no star. Based on its orbit, I believe it to be a comet, but there's something peculiar about its nature. I sense a great power trapped inside, crying for release. It reminded me of the divine sensation of the creator of all things. So there could be a divine being trapped in there? But somehow, though it beholds unimaginable strength, I feel it differs from God's in a way I cannot quite articulate. Furthermore, I sense it has an orbital period of 988 years, the same length as the cycle of the Machine Devil's rebirth. Surely such can be no coincidence. Aren't you omniscient? I thought you knew everything. I appreciate thy faith in me, Grace, but thou must understand that seeing all things is not the same as immediately interpreting all things. Fine, fair enough. As for a light which moves in the sky, I believe it to be a fragment of that preternatural comet. However... dude, it's moving fast. Like, really fast. That is like kilometers per second fast. Dang, you're really good at this. Thank you, but I think we should move, right now. It's headed right at us and it's very, very fast. Is this punishment for trying to kill the Machine Devil early? I mean, seal it early? Nay, don't trouble yourself by it. 'Tis moving far too fast to avoid now. I shall simply brace each of thee for impact and prey. What the? Fuck.
Good morning to all who can hear. My name is Jamie Lynn, and this is the spirit of the times. Air quality continues to be at unsafe levels on Prince's Road due to easterly winds bringing in ash clouds from Lesser Anastasia. Residents of the greater Five Falls metro area are still under advisory to shelter indoors due to emergency sword fighter air maneuvers until further notice. Keep your dial on this station for any further updates. And lastly, I've just gotten word that the Divine Order is offering a bounty for any news from the city under heaven. If you have any knowledge of the events of September 20th, they ask that you please speak a prayer to the authority for further instructions.
Did I die again? I'm gonna be so mad if I die again. And the grass does not look green. Is this what it looked like when you died? I don't know, I mean, it was all on fire, and this is all on fire, so that's one similarity, but I think most fires look kind of similar, to be honest. Oh, dude, I really hope I'm not dead. Hey, G, am I dead again? If so, you can help out again, or what? Does it really work that way? Also, are you really on a first-name basis of a G of Roses, or what the fuck? This is no afterlife, I assure thee. I thought you didn't know what it was like to die. 'Tis true, but I do know that pain is an experience of the physical form, not of the bare soul. Yeah, and I'm feeling sore like a motherfucker. Also, if you were about to say pain is proof of your life, that is hard as hell, Angela. In truth, I too share my feelings of difficulty. I don't know, my soul feels tortured all the time. Are you sure about that, Angela? Wait. Fuck, I got a better question. Where the fuck is the car? A reasonable query. Oh, dude, what the fuck? Where is it? I don't see it. Fuck, man. Hey, Angela, are you feeling okay? You sound kinda... like an omniscient being who can see all and has no fears, and a mighty part of the heroic group who slayed the machine devil himself. Indeed, 'tis true. Hey, guys, I really don't think Angela is sounding great. Maybe we should, like, find some shelter first. Yeah, okay, way more important to get her somewhere that isn't on fire. We can look for the car after. Please, worry not for me. Bitch, I'm starting to think you're not as omniscient as you say if you can't see how futile telling me not to worry about you is. You're a friend. We all care about you a lot. Of course we're gonna worry. I can see. That is... No, fell it right. Perhaps we should not tarry. I guess let's just follow the road for now. We gotta hit a rest stop eventually. Don't tell me we're gonna actually be on foot fighting enemies like that. Hey Stars, you're gonna have to do a better job than that if you want to kill me. Don't you know who we are? We're unkillable heroes of legend. Onwards. Oh, okay, I guess we really are running. Oh no, it's a random encounter.
There's something in the air, the cloud of dust that trails behind us. It casts a...
What the? Some of us are already dead? What the hell? Angela can't even attack, actually. What? She doesn't even have a cooldown. What the hell? Okay, guys, I'm just gonna be uncharacteristically straight with y'all. That was not my A game. Sorry. It's okay. That jerk hit like a truck. Some kind of evil truck. Well, I was giving my A game. I don't think that guy was shit. And that fight was trash fire. I think something fucked up is happening. Angela, is there like some kind of cosmic phenomenon or whatever happening? Like, I don't know, the isolation field thing that happened to Sam? It's not an isolation field. Val can't be assured. The fact that each hears each other's words of concerns and compassions is proof enough. I thought maybe it could be a dream, but I checked my phone and like, I can read everything just fine, and that never works for me in dreams. Maybe it's one of y'all's dreams though. Look, I know that things seem pretty fucked up right now, but this is only like 50% as fucked up as my dreams normally are, at most. Ain't mine. Be assured my dreams are beyond mortal ken, and in the dreaming state, I attain a greater state of harmony with the universe, but this feels as a lesser one. Definitely not one of mine. Hey, who's that hot guy in your IG feed, though? Well, that's my ex-boyfriend, John. Looks like he's live streaming himself walking around the sea under heaven. I don't really know why. Kind of a weird dude, to be honest. Does it look like it's on fire? No, not even a little. Okay, because I'm pretty sure we can see the city under heaven from here, and it's, like, completely on fire. Look. Wait, if we're in another timeline, how are we receiving broadcasts from our home timeline? Fuck, man, you're right. And dude is live, so, not a dream, not the afterlife, not an isolation field, but also the world is not actually on fire. I can think of about one alternate explanation. It's a phenomenon that we all have learned of. Ah, fuck. Great, this fucking sucks. Alternate universe, right? Alternate universe for jerks. Is this the universe where we lost? Where the machine devil won? I guess that would explain why the Sword of Fate isn't fucking doing anything. Angel, are you cut off too? To it appear so. I know not how such a thing is possible, but believe find explanation to be as true as any theory could offer. Also, I guess that's why the car is gone, huh? Shredding the shittiest possible world of our ride. We are doomed. If even normal enemies are that difficult to deal with. Oh jeez, this is so fucked up. What are we gonna do? I think you had the right idea before. Let's get Angela to safety, then figure out from here. I fear I'll be a little aid on such a journey. Baby, don't worry about it. Just let us take care of you, okay? Yeah, come on, we've got your back. Very well. Once more, I owe you a debt I could never dream of repaying. Grace. And once more, I'm telling you to shut the fuck up and don't worry about it, because you're my friend, okay? No debts. Then I will simply express my gratitude. Okay, I'll allow it. Now come on, this road's gotta lead us somewhere that isn't on fire. This is a bad situation. Seriously, permanent 50% hit points, 1 hit point for Angela, so she's basically dead weight, and, well, at least Valentin can tank. But that's... we're just so screwed. Oh, a gas station, but we don't have any... Okay, this seems to be a safe zone. Young one. Yeah? Please, come with me for a moment. Hello, where am I now? A long way from home. You're in another world, dear Princess Sam under heaven, but you already knew that. Yeah, sure, I mean... Yeah, I figured, but I meant more specifically. Also, wait. You have many questions, my young lady, and I will answer each of them in turn. But if you'll allow me. First, a question you do not know how to vocalize. Yes, this is a dream. Your dreams have brought you in brief communion with the cosmos. In this cathedral celestial planetarium, you may see all that you are connected to, knowingly or otherwise. This should answer your second question as well. This is how I know who you are. There is no place for you in this world, yet your story was whispered through the ether all the same. Now speak your third question. I mean, if you can see the future, don't you know what I'm going to say? I'm not an oracle, my young lady. I am a planetarian. Here I will show you how the stars have moved to bring you where you are now. I don't see the future, only the past. But you know what I'm going to ask. I know you are the secret princess of another world and heir to the shared throne of the Land clan and the Vana clan. You took a hero's path because you saw opportunity to prove you were your own woman, to prove you have greatness beyond the circumstances of your birth. The subtle gravity of 1,000 small choices influenced the orbit that brought you here. I know what kind of woman you are. I know your insecurities, fears, and strengths. Even though you are not of this world, I see who you are, dear Princess Sam under heaven. I also know you find my insight unsettling. I also know what kind of questions you may ask. I know you will find comfort in saying the words out loud yourself. Well, geez, fuck. Okay, fine. My next question, right. Is Angela going to be okay? I'll answer this question for you, young lady, but it's not the question you want to ask. She's my friend. I want to know she's going to be okay. She's in no greater danger than you or any of your allies, despite being at 1% hit points. Angela has lost her connection to the heavens of your world, finds mortality weaker than what she is accustomed to. But she is in no greater danger. When she returns to your world, so will her strength. I don't suppose you're going to tell me how to get her back to my own world. I mean, all of us, ideally. No offense, but this place sucks. It is also not the question you want to ask, but I will answer all the same. You were brought here by a traveling star bound to someone that this world knows as a woman named Jove the Mountain. The star of this world can return you. It was a falling fragment of that star which had the power to bring you here. Perhaps a chance will bring you another fragment. Perhaps not. There's no certainty in that path. But there is a certain path. Travel to the point in the world closest to the nadir of the star's travel, and you may yet touch enough of its strength to bring you home. Okay, where's that point exactly? It's the peak of the clouded mountain. No place in this world will bring you closer to that star. Now ask your true question. No more arguing, and please don't think you need to put on a brave face for me. I can feel the question burning inside you. Calm that fire by asking it. Ugh, fine. Am I broken? What the fuck is wrong with me? Why can't I fight? I'm not connected to fate or heaven or whatever, so what's wrong with me? You mean your lack of exploitabilities. My young lady, please find comfort. The struggle before you is one you have faced many times before. It's the only struggle you have faced. It is a struggle you can win. Look up at the stars which govern you, the unique constellation of all your forebears. They shine a powerful light upon you. But you are not of this world. Even though stars have no thoughts or intentions, they can recognize that something is wrong. Their gravity binds their strength. The problem is not you. The problem is that the entire world rejects your presence. It sees no place for you, and it wishes to destroy you. The weakness you feel is but that. Okay, I mean, thank you for your cosmic insight. I'm really grateful, but how the fuck is that not something to fear? That sounds worth fearing. There's nothing to fear, dear Princess Sam under heaven. Because the path that brought you to me was a path of countless battles against the world itself. Time and time again, you have rejected the cruelties of a world which imposes this vision of who you are upon you. You're your own woman. You have proven this. You know this. You lack the confidence to admit it yourself. But nevertheless, you must know that in your heart you are too strong to bend to anyone else's will. I don't believe that. That's something Grace would say. Grace can move the heavens themselves, but I don't have that kind of swagger. I'm just happy to help her. You reject all words telling you who you are. Do you not hear? That is your strength. You do it to me even now. I guess I can't argue with that. Good, and I shall say just one more thing before you wake. This world follows different rules from your own. I shall explain them. In order for the bonds of the adversarial zodiac governing you, you must fight. With each battle, you shall gain a token of power that will weaken their bonds. Now let me assist you in my role. As Celestial Planetarian, I will show you the cruel stars which govern you. But remember, dear Princess Sam under heaven, the fault belongs not to you. The fault lies in your stars. Oh, shit. Wow, they're telling me exactly how I'm getting screwed over, huh? I lose taunt rank as well? I lose ranks all over the place. Oh my god, no. Who should I go for first? It's like a skill tree. So, Banished Star. I have to hold it down? I don't spend it all at once? Okay. Okay, well, thanks so much for all your help. Sorry, I know I was kind of rude, but I wouldn't even know where to go without your help. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to fight the estate in the easy zones for now and hold off on the first boss. I'm not gonna feel ready until I unlock everything. But is there a cap to how many points I can gain? Think of nothing of it. Now awake to return to your journey and and come back to me when you wish to confront the adversarial zodiac once more. Huh? You okay there, Sam? Kinda looked like you fell asleep standing up. I mean, like, fair, but... Yeah, I'm fine. I thought there was something I was supposed to tell you, but... Weird dream? Yeah, I guess, maybe. There was someone who was, like, I forget. Friggin' dreams. Whatever, not important. No worries, we're all feeling pretty tired. I think some rest is a great idea. Free travel stamp, okay? New fallen hero. Wait, these are all rank 9. Just healing. And support items. Sticker pack. Yeah, let's see. We need... let's... Broken arrow. Are any of these new? Volk dress doll. Okay. Library card. I need to get all of these to start doing more lore. Getting way too many consumables, though. Nuclear affinity, huh? An interesting one, but it's also risky. Neutral is always the most practical in terms of balancing your offense and defense. How many are there, anyways? How many different weapons are there for the Fallen Hero pack? Yeah, let's just start looking... let's just start doing some upgrades or something. I don't know. Seems I have to go inside that building if I want to remove the zodiac limitations. Yeah, let's just start looking at these. Okay, this is so weird because we already had a bunch of Platonic Ideal rank 9s, but now we have new rank 9s to worry about. I have to make sure to use each one at least once in battle, I guess. Okay. Were there really only 3 new items? That doesn't seem right. The world is on fire. Literally, what the fuck is even the point of having the heavens if they can't do anything about that? I don't know. Honestly, I feel like the heavens are letting the machine devil run rampant on purpose as a form of population control, but that's just a conspiracy theory. Technically, they used it before because they wanted to clear out plant life, but maybe they see humanity as the same as plant life. Something that needs to conform to their version of balance. Well, I know, it's their own self-serving point. What the fuck else could it even be? Okay, I mean, like, I can't argue with that. What the? There it is. Every time I see one of these sanctimonious shrines, I am beset by buzzing in my ear. What an offensive offering. Why pray to a god who wouldn't even seek to save his hero? How dare I pray to a god that wouldn't save my soul? Oh, that's... all that's good in this world burns and blaze, but this rot remains grotesque. Hey, hold up. I don't like the heavens either, but you can't just destroy people's shrines. Yeah, like, look, it's clearly what's keeping this whole place safe. Seriously, come on. Safe? Idiots. You believe anything in the world is safe? You think this pitiful rest stop sanctuary? You think this pitiful rest stop is a sanctuary? Nothing is safe. So now you're going to attack us even in gas stops? Seriously, this is getting really hard. Desist, villain. Oh, an angel. Oh, to be blessed by your being. Are you here to righteously restore all from ruin? No, I thought not. All the heavens do is hem and haw while everything burns, so let everything burn. By bore of you, go burn for the rest. It'll be easier for all that way. Step away from them. Your fight is with me. Don't worry, everyone. The machine devil will have no sanctuary here. Wait, but you're... Yes, that's right. I'm the hero of Fate herself. But how about we save the introductions until after this fight, okay, miss? Joe, you don't have to fight us. Isn't there anything decent left in you? You're strong enough to stop this madness. I'm your harrowing, your heartbreak. There's not else left in this vacant vessel. I thought you loved the void, your highness. I got more than enough for you to share. So cruel hearing the machine devil speak in your voice, Joe. Come on, Sam, no time for self-pity. We've got to save these helpless folks, and feeling bad won't help us with that. Of course, you're right. I appreciate the heroics, but we're not helpless. Fine, that's great. Then I'll count on you to be helpful. Is that better? Oh. First, join me. Half-heartedly. I can't use fate as I like it anymore. I may have to start introducing more stagger. Valentin's already almost dead. Great. But this new party member seems to not be affected by this stupid Zodiac gimmick. Oh my goodness. Heal. Oh my goodness, we're already starting off with quite a difficult boss fight, aren't we? Oh my god, the killer tanked that easily. Even with Russ, this person is kicking our butts. Let's see if I can just avoid having to use items, though. Okay, got you. They even had damage boosting from the devil clock, huh? A total of 10 plus. Biggest stagger. Please tell me 130, that's enough to unlock another node. Okay. Road story unlocked because I used that one at least once, but I may want to reconsider my setup. Hey, thanks for the help. You totally saved your asses there. Yeah, thanks a bunch. Yes, thanks, but also you're alive. You're alive and you have the Sword of Fate. I thought that was pretty obvious, but now that it's not the heat of battle, this is so weird. Why do you have what appears to be the Sword of Fate, and an angel in your midst? And I'm sorry, but why are you me? The good news is that these all have an easy answer. We're from another world. Another world? Like an alternate universe. Some shitty star knocked us into this one. That explains some things. Perhaps introductions are in order. I am known as Angela, the 32nd arm of the Divine Order. I was once a representative of the heavens, and now it seems I am nothing. You're still a hero, Angela. No matter what's going on with you, you're a hero, to be honest, okay? Very well. I'm Valentin, Vaillante, if you want to be long about it. Sam Anon. I'm Grace motherfucking Morningstar, hero of another world, and you're? You seem to already know who I am. Yeah, but I would really like to hear you say it anyway. I'm Emily Harmless, and I'm the one who heard the call of fate, as you must have, I'm sure. Not exactly, but it's nice to meet you, Emily. Oh my god. Emily Harmless. And I'm Prince Sam under heaven. If you're from another world, then... Yeah, okay, right. Not really any point going incognito in another world, huh? Yes, I'm Princess Sam under heaven. It's, nice to meet you. We're in search of a way to return to our own world. If you're the heroes of your world, then I imagine it needs you. Well, yeah, what's our world gonna do without its heroes? Unfortunately, I don't think I can help you. Sam and I are on an important quest. If we don't succeed, then Joni Vanjo may yet acquire more power than ever before. Yeah, that was just the prelude, huh? Joni Vanjo wasn't even being serious in that fight. So unless you want to go to the Clouded Mountain, I think our paths must part here. Wait, yes, actually we do. Huh? Why didn't the planetarian keeper talk to the other party members though? Only Sam. Maybe because of Sam's lineage. That's where we need to go. Sam, would literally trust you with my life, but how the fuck do you know that? I had a vision. You really gotta trust me here. Heroic, it's the closest point to the comet we saw. I don't know, but I know. It came to me in a dream. A cosmic MILF told me. I want to pick the final one. I had a vision of, like, a celestial planetarium or something, and then it was a cosmic MILF who told me to go to the Clouded Mountain. I mean, you know, that's short for mother I would like to follow the directions of. Not any other thing. Anyway, point is, I really trust this vision. Okay, sure, whatever. Honestly, as good an explanation as any, and it's not like I got any clue either. Yeah, count me in for trusting the divine mysteries. A mysterious course of events. It doesn't sound like the work of the heavens, but I have the utmost faith in Sam. If she is certain, it must be so. Emily, if Val were serious about assisting with trouble, we would be most grateful for my aid. Well, if you're going the same way we are, I won't say no to help in battle. The two of us could use all aid we could get, right? Oh yeah, you've got healing. Wow, that's so cool. I miss having healing in the party so much. What happened to your healer? Yeah, I definitely got that. We can talk more on the road. Let's not waste any more time here. The machine devil will not wait for us. Gotcha's so cool. Like, I am deeply fucked up over what this all means, but also, she is so cool. Oh yeah, for sure. Holy shit, we figured out what it takes to make Grace get bad for a girl. Listen, I've never been bad in my life. I'm great around girls. Also, hot girls shouldn't get jealous, Sam. Okay, yeah, sure. How about we listen to the hero of this world and get going? Seriously, what's the world come to when approaching a save point causes a boss battle? We cannot convalesce here forever, and I desire not to burden fee. Okay, but we can stay here for a little bit, Angela. There's no rush. Ah, 'tis true, I suppose. Real talk, though. When I said I wanted to stop driving for a bit, I did not mean like this. We need to heal. Wait, we have to banish stars in order to unlock these? A story from the city under heaven and another world. during Joni Evangel's revival. She knew her boyfriend Cass and his cultist friends could be cruel, violent. Still, they kept her fed for the first time in years and never hurt her so long as she kept quiet and agreeable. That is already pretty dark. Academy time in our world. Joe eagerly let Emily teach her how to read. But she refused to make it easier for her by learning from any of the piles of books in the bookmobile. She may not have had an education, but she was an adult after all. Folk dress doll. This ragged doll had been with Joe ever since she ran from the group home years ago. Having heard the angels asking for her in the night, she had no time to pack properly, scrambling out the door with no more than the doll she slept with. Hey guys, do you mind if I ask you approximately 1 million questions? Pray understand, this world of mine appears to deviate quite substantially from our own. It's hard to understand why, in some ways. Aside from the obvious. Yeah, sure, that, makes sense. What's the biggest difference? Well, we beat the machine devil already. Beat his ass so hard he's back in the ground for another 1,000 years. Just yesterday, actually. Been a real long day. You're mistaken. We defeated the machine devil after a decade of darkness already. He was destroyed over a year ago. Then why is he possessing your friend? Yeah, I don't know what year is in your world, but is the 987th year of glory over here. Probably they'll reset the calendar when this ends. Nobody's feeling much glory now. We're like nearly 12 years into the new 976-year cycle of fate now. Wait, 976-year cycle? Oh fuck, dude, I get it now. It's year 987 for us too, but it's a 988-year cycle for us. I think your math might be wrong. Valentin, was it? The machine devil awakens in the first year of the cycle. Yeah, that's right, but I'm never wrong on math. That's because we fought the machine devil right before he was supposed to revive. I ain't waiting for something as shitty as fate to tell me it's the right time to fight evil. Something had to be done. Holy shit, that's pretty cool. Are you all this cool? She is in fact insanely cool, the coolest. Fate itself bent to us. It was just the right thing to do, I guess. Yeah, well, and Angela too. I'm not cool. I just do anything for Grace. She is in fact insanely cool, the coolest. Fate itself bent to us. I'm gonna pick the first one. She is in fact insanely cool, the coolest. Nobody else in our entire world is as cool as Grace fucking Morningstar. I appreciate that your opinion has changed since the time where you, in a truly shocking moment, dared to call me a loser at that last diner. Look, okay, I was just caught up in the heat of the moment. I still think you're cool. It was just a term of endearment, okay? You're all definitely very energetic. So were we, a decade ago, I suppose. It was a lot easier when it was just the three of us, answering the call of fate, listening to the angels telling us to fight. We have since experienced firsthand what any academic already knows. People thrive when the structures around them allow them to thrive, and they fail when those structures fail them. Then the heavens betrayed thee. Don't act like it's something you need to personally apologize for. None of us ever had any illusions about the divine order. Grace, it sounds like you had a different response to the call of fate than I did, but I don't think that's the difference between our worlds. I mean, I didn't hear a call of fate at all. Again, fuck fate. I'm not a hero because of fate. Like a G of Roses himself said, every man's fate lies in his own hands. So it was still a G of Roses in the previous cycle in your world, but I don't understand. How do you have the Sword of Fate then? Oh, you'll love this. She's a real badass. Grace fucking Morningstar, perpetrator of the heist of the millennium. Okay, guys, let's not get carried away. You keep talking like this and it's gonna go to my head. They kept it in a museum in a glass case. All it took was a hammer and a good 400-meter sprint. I love it when you talk me up, but let's not exaggerate too much. You stole a Sword of Fate, but what about the person who was supposed to take it? The person who heard the call of fate? I mean, it worked out in the end. Alright, let's see if I even stand a chance against 2. Does it matter who I kill first? Unable to target? Wait, what? Oh no, it's this. I have to fight this guy first. That's still... Damn it, I forgot about these gimmicks. That put me off to a bad start. Oh man, this is really hard to get used to. Now that I'm not relying on fate anymore. Elemental trap? Okay, one down. Okay, stagger. Cool. You are screwed without your ally to protect you. Okay. And there's some kind of card system that I need to keep track of. Okay, got some resources. Cool. Middle lane. At first I thought the difference between our worlds is who heard the call of fate, but if Vegeta Rose is in your world too, and you didn't hear the call, then... Oh my god, what if it's the same in every world? Angela, was she supposed to... I'm afraid not more than Fee, but I fear if I guess may be correct. What do you... Wait, dude, no way.
One eternity later.
For some reason, the enemy is really tanky, and the smaller enemy seems to be healing them way too quickly for me to deal with. So I had to escape and make preparations. Yeah, let's just fight battle energy everyone. I think that's the only way to win this freaking fight. Alright, Emily's version of the Sword of Fate has a meter, and if you can get to level 5, which is the max, you'll deal massive amounts of damage, in addition to the stagger increase. So in some cases like this, where the enemy has very high defense, it might be worth it to charge it up for a very long time, just to ensure that their death. However, this will require you to remain on card free for a pretty long time. Fuck, I was so distracted by how insane it was to be talking to Emily Harmless herself, I didn't even make the connection. Fuck. What is it? Well, it's... I don't know how to put it. I can tell you're trying to protect my feelings. That's very quaint, but I promise there is nothing you can say to me that's going to shock me. Not after everything we've seen. It's just... Val aren't dead in our world, Emily. Val were part of a barricade protecting library patrons from cultists, and one caused your death with hurled burning debris. Wait, the library protest? I died at the library protest? Of all the things to do it. So you had to steal a sword because there wasn't a hero. I mean, there was a hero. You were the first person to give their life-fighting machine devil cultist. You're a hero in our world. You're my hero. I won't falter in the face of evil and all. I still can't believe I'm talking to you. I wouldn't be here without you. Never would have all those people in the library. It was so fucked up. Oh my fucking god, if I hadn't stolen the sword, then the machine devil would have just won. Nobody would have stopped him. The heavens just would have let it happen. Wouldn't they just pick the next person in line? The cycle truly was different after all. More than I could have even fathomed. Because, you know, they'll still break their own rules in order to maintain balance, so I'm pretty sure I'd find someone at the deadline. Moving past my extreme bewilderment, I think you really need to know that if your world is anything like ours in any other way, you should not be so certain about your victory. We're still fighting in the ashes of our struggle because the machine devil came back. It was sealed away, but, well, you've seen for yourself. It found a new source of power. If Joe the Mountain manages to return to the Clouded Mountain, to her former prison, the machine devil will gain the power of her star. That's what we're still fighting. Why we're still fighting. Does that still exist in your world? I mean, the Clouded Mountain does, but it isn't just a mountain. Isn't it just a mountain? Angela, do you know what's up with it? I'm afraid all I know is just a mountain, but that doesn't mean it's not the same as in this world. I've simply not given it any inquiry. When I was still back home, I could use my omniscience to find answers to any question. It's truth, but now, I'm realizing I did not ask enough questions. Angela, it's okay to not know everything. I know it's a big jump, but like, for most people, that's normal. You've been growing ever since we met, and that's what makes you great. My compassion kindles the fire in my heart, Val, but my problem is not insecurity, it's my isolation from the creator of all things. No matter what disagreement I may have had with the Divine Order's ways, I'm a creation of my creator, and yet now here in this world, I am isolated. I know it's hard, but you're not isolated. You're not, you've got us. I'm deeply grateful. Were Val not by my side to listen to me, I would truly have nothing, yet still I feel as though, I I know not how I feel. I feel as though I could talk through any answer with Fee, if only I knew the question. Well, just let us know once you figure out the question. We're happy to talk. Yeah. Absolutely. I hope you figure it out. You seemed nice. Yeah, it's comforting to know that even the cold indifference of the heavens could create an angel that would fight the system. Maybe there's still hope. I suppose we are all learning new things about the heavens today. Hey, can I just say, I love your fit. Clothing that reflects the destruction being faced by the entire world now is such a vibe. Thanks, it definitely wasn't intentional. I got it in Mortal Kombat with the ultimate evil, to be honest. Oh my god, that's even better. Wow, keep rocking it. Man, this is all just... I've gotten used to some pretty fucked up shit, but man, this is some pretty fucked up shit. I don't even know how else to describe it. Just fucked. No, I mean, I feel you. It's all just so overwhelmingly bad I don't know where you'd even begin. Bet you're regretting promising to quit smoking right about now, huh? I'm not giving you another cigarette, baby. No way. I don't want one. In my respectful... in my opinion... Wait, that sounds a little redundant. That shit sucks. I'm convinced. Good. But honestly, no, I mean, yeah, maybe a little. But also, I think smoking in the embers of the world is like... That's kind of fucked, yeah? You know? I feel like it could go either way. I think I get it if you were like, the world's burning. Might as well burn a little too. No way, could not be me. I see everything get fucked up and I think I want to do push-ups. Hey Val, please don't take this the wrong way, but do you have any stress reactions that aren't insanely sexy? Smoking and working out? That's it? Come on, I think you're exaggerating. We had this conversation. There's no such thing as cool. Fake fucking concept, man. I'm not being down on myself. I'm just complimenting you. Weren't you the one saying that it's important to be able to take a compliment? I think you're just overestimating me because, like, I'm incredibly sexy and relatively stable, and, like, you can totally compliment those things and I'll be flattered. But cool? No, man. Fine, name literally one uncool thing that you've done in your life. Baby, are you unprepared to learn about the depths of my uncoolness? No way. And I don't believe you. Fine, you asked for it. The least cool thing I've ever done in my life was I spent a summer routing a glitchless % speed run of Warring States Girls 7. Even got a personal best of nearly 3 hours on it before giving up. Okay, I have literally no idea what any of those words mean, Val. Yeah, babe, and that's why you're not as uncool as you think. Fine, whatever, but when I finally look up whatever the fuck that means, I bet I'm gonna actually be impressed. Guaranteed you won't be. Man, you know what I miss the most that's impossible in these unprecedented times? What's that? I always thought it'd be like luxuries or whatever, steaks or raw salmon or whatever, you know? But no, I just want some fucking coffee. Not even good coffee, I miss mediocre drip. I just want to walk into a diner and ask for a cup of the lousiest drip anyone's had the audacity to serve in their life. I hope we can find it again. Are we gonna get to go to the diner after the next boss? I'm okay with nothing ever being good again. I just miss the comfort of the boring shit so much. Wait, you can't... Are you kidding me? You'll see no solace here. What? You again? Didn't we already beat your ass? Are you okay, Emily? I'm fine. Are you gonna do this every time I want to fucking heal? You're not fine. Maybe 10 years ago you were fine and in favor. Now you're just barren and broken, carrying on out of pure inertia indifferently. You used to be beautiful and bright, wonderful and wise. Now, broken and withered. Shut the fuck up. Stop being so cruel to her. Cruel, you know nothing. The real cruelty is forcing her to fight to last long after the world stopped caring. Now you foolishly fight for nothing. Why don't you just come with me? All I want is best for you. Is the best for you. The world will kill you if you keep going like this. Let's retire to the country. Let's build a cozy cottage together. Forget the flames of the city. We could build home and hearth and live hand in hand. You have the strength to survive in these ruins. It wouldn't be so bad. A gay garden just for us, to tend to and mend instead of fighting forever. Wouldn't it be better to make something beautiful just for us in this burning world? You've earned escape from worrying about the world. You can't save everyone, but you could surely save yourself. Please, won't you save yourself? It's true, I can't save everyone. I can't save you. All I can do is fight, but I won't lose. I won't let the machine devil desecrate your body in its survival. Wouldn't you rather not fight in folly? I'd rather you stay 6 feet in the ground where you belong. 6 feet in the ground. Didn't I die already? Is this all hate? Is all this hatefulness my hell? Why am I here now? Because he ran out of willing victims to possess. He knows you don't have the strength to push him out. He wants to revel in the failures of heroism. And I'm just letting him. And you call me cruel, callously saying even worse words. Think you're a hero? Hardly. You're just a pathetic ball of fury. Fighting on autopilot as a sort of self-harm. You can't argue back because my words speak truth, but you know it's not too late to lay down arms. Enough, stop trying to hurt Emily. If you want to do that, you'll have to go through us. That's right, we don't know anything. We know enough. Evil will never triumph. We'll beat you as many times as it takes, but leave her alone. Thank you, I appreciate the words of support. Now let's just get this over with. Can I escape? For Valentin and Grace, I highly recommend prioritizing next slag. Your DPS will lank me. At this point, I think all battles with Joe pretty much play out the same, but it does feel better once you get all your upgrades in the Zodiac system. Also, since Joe has quite a bit of hit points, you may want to try getting your Fate to level 5 so that you can get that achievement, since she will last long enough to actually let you pull it off pretty easily, and it's easy to recover from her attacks as long as you keep up with your healing. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Having 5 battle energy definitely canceled out the rank buff that the boss got. Should I say a prayer at the shrine? It seems as though, more than ever, all rested solely on his back. Perhaps my own selfish demands would be a burden. Well, you're the expert on the subject, but I think prayers don't work that way. Probably. Do they? No, it's just only neglect that can rob a ritual of its power. Well then, I think you should do it. Hey Emily, you know it's not, like, true, right? All that shit she was saying? I mean... Thank you, but please rest assured I will not be taking personal advice from the cruel whispers of the machine devil from beyond the seal. Sucks that you've had to deal with 10 years of these machine devil cultists. Our fight was bad enough, you know? Seriously, what a fucking asshole. If that bitch wants to keep running her mouth with that, I'll be happy to help you shut her up as many times as it takes. Since Sam like, ugh, don't worry, we got you. Yeah, she can fuck her up. We won't falter in the face of evil. Tell them the same thing you've told every other cultist. We won't falter in the face of evil. I don't think you gotta take advice from someone who's dressed as embrace tradition, but whose face says that the tradition was burial by vulture. Guys? Jo is my fiancée. She's the bravest person I've ever met, and she gave her life to save mine in the final battle of the Machine Devil. It's so fucked that he's haunting you with her body. I hate it. Oh, jeez, sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Oh my god, fuck, yeah, I didn't know. Fuck, man. My condolences as well. Sorry, I just figured she was another cultist, my bad. If the Machine Devil is taking control of her body, it's not because she invited him, it's just one more evil forcing itself on her. Jo might have had a tough past before meeting us, but she was no cultist. She gave her life to fight him. She died fighting him, to save me. She was a hero. I miss her. I miss the real her. I loved her with all my heart, and I failed to save her. Now I'm failing her in a new way. If it didn't hurt me so much, the Machine Devil wouldn't be desecrating her memory like this. It's not your fault. Fault? Who cares about fault? The end result is the same. If I didn't care, she'd still be safely buried. But because of me, now strangers think she's evil. Hey, I'm sorry. Shouldn't have assumed. We now know. Yeah, I totally didn't mean to. That's just it. Clearly, intent isn't what matters. You were trying to cheer me up. I'm trying to honor her by keeping her dear in my heart. Yeah, either way, the end result is that her memory is defiled, and the Machine Devil's tactic works. Fuck. Perhaps they could render the Machine Devil slander ineffective by telling us more about who she truly was. It's not like it's just you. Every single person along the whole Princess Road gets to see evil parading her corpse around, mocking her legacy. Maybe it would be nice to talk about her, though. I'm not stopping you. I think y'all would like her, actually. She was really rude, but, like, in a cool way. That's my favorite kind of woman. I thought I was your favorite kind of woman. Sam? I literally just said yeah. Oh, come on. Please, Sam, continue. That is, I mean, fee, not foul, that is, Prince Sam. I actually tried switching the Zantatsuken for this fight. Unfortunately, it completely disables Emily's own Sword of Fate, which does not make any sense considering there should be separate weapons. It's strange that Grace has to wield her own Sword of Fate in order for Emily to use hers. That's kind of a shame. It would have been a pretty neat trick if you could use both swords at the same time. By having Emily use Fate and, well, Grace uses Zantatsuken. Alas, it was not meant to be. Okay, well, she was a real hero. A perfect shot with a bow and arrow, and like I said, super cool. And brave. Everyone keeps throwing the word around about us, but neither of us two are brave. We're just determined. But Jo was sincerely brave. She'd risk it all in a heartbeat. Maybe a little foolish at times, but also foolhardy. I have a sensible plan to keep her out of harm, And she'd always say, to hell with fighting sensibly. To her, it was her job to let me be the calm strategist, and she'd fuck up anyone who dared interfere. Actually, she would have found the brute burial by vulture thing really funny. It's the kind of thing she would say about the monsters we fought together. Just way too rude. Opposites attracting is such a cliche, but I liked the person I was standing beside her. It felt so easy letting her handle being impulsive and free. The dramatic storybook heroics. And she'd already been through so much. When we met her, she had just broken out of the prison under a clouded mountain. Got a guard to let her out into the chaos of the machine devil reviving. Prison? Wait, what? It was like total bullshit why she was in there to begin with. The Divine Order caught her stealing food as a teenager and she's just been there ever since. It's so fucked up. I have no insight in the history of my world, but I'm certain the heavens would not imprison someone simply for stealing food. You're saying she was a liar? I know her better than that. Nay, pray forgive me. 'Twas not what I meant. I believe the Divine Order must be lying about the true reason for her imprisonment. If thou believest in my friend, I trust that. Oh, sorry, I guess that follows. It never really made much sense to me either. Makes sense has nothing to do with the heavens' idea of justice. It's clear that their will is arbitrary and capricious. I would not have defied the will of the Divine Order if I felt any different. I assure thee, still, something is amiss. What were they trying to hide? Well, if even an angel doesn't know, I don't know. Anyway, we ran to her fighting off the machine devil cultists in City Under Heaven, and she saved our lives way more than once. I think you're forgetting the most important detail of how she introduced herself. She saw us in a fight, so she zapped every single cultist with one of her lightning arrows, then jumped down and immediately started flirting with both of us at the same time. Trust me, I didn't forget. You're just the only one of us who heard her say that fate must have brought us together without instantly taking 1000% stagger damage. Oh shit, I should have said that during Grace's sword heist. Hey baby, I see fate has brought you to me, like that. Oh yeah, you would have really liked her. Val, you did flirt with me the whole time. I said I was coming in hot and you said, you always are, babe. Oh yeah, right. Anyway, Joe sounds great, keep going. Well, she was the upbeat one in the party. She was just happy to see the world again and was so sure we'd win. She literally proposed marriage to me while fighting in Arox. Do you remember that? Oh my god, it was the most Joe thing imaginable. No one else in the entire world. I bet nobody else in the whole multiverse would do something like that. Wait, like one of the Vine guys? She was literally bound in vines, completely immobilized and unable to fight, but then somehow managed to fall to one knee anyway and ask, will you promise to be the only one allowed to bind me? Somehow she had a ring. I don't know how she even managed with the world being on fire, but like, there it was anyway. That was Joe. She was my anchor. I've been completely adrift with her gone. She always had my back, whether it was with her bow or some cheesy line I would never forgive from anyone but her. Hey, I still got your back. I know, I'm deeply grateful, Sam. It's just not the same with her gone. I know. And yet somehow the only thing worse than having her gone is having her back. What cruel fate. My sincerest condolences. Seriously, that is so fucked up. Sorry again. You didn't actually say sorry before, but thank you. Well, alright. Sorry for the first time, then. Look, we're happy to help you, okay? You don't have to stand up to her alone. I fear with my luck, standing alone is inevitable, but I appreciate it. Sure. Okay, next time, stay away from the shrine until I am fully prepared. Hey, mysterious hero. Hi, I'm not that mysterious. My name's Sam. The same as the legendary hero you're fighting alongside now, Prince Sam. That's even more mysterious. Geez, I mean, yeah, that's true, but how do you know that? Well, for starters, there's a video going around online of you healing him in battle next to 2 other mysterious strangers, as well as the legendary hero of fate, Emily Harmless. Ah. Also, you just got out of the car that they drive around in. You know, it's kind of strange. Emily does not count as a separate unit. Yes, I guess when you put it that way, it's a little obvious. You don't have to say anything further. I assume you have your own reasons for showing up mysteriously that we'll find out one day, but I won't pry, not even a little. I just want to say, as a long-time watcher of the Free Heroes of Fate, I'm glad they found some new companions. It's a real comfort to know that new heroes can come about, that we're not just doomed to watch whoever's left slowly die off one by one. So even if the circumstances are complicated, thank you. From all the watchers of the Heroes of Fate, we're very grateful. I mean, thanks, I guess. You're right about it being really complicated. We're just passing through. Hopefully, just passing... hopefully. Still, you're passing through, full of hope. That's something new, so thanks. Anyway, best of luck on the quest you're passing through on. Fight hard, mysterious hero. Hey, real talk, I'm super jealous of Emily's wheels. The bookmobile, Val, it literally doesn't even have wheels. It has treads. Hell yeah, can you imagine how much easier it would be driving on those shitty, lesser Anastasia roads with treads? Also, like, you know, it's symbolic and shit. Here comes the librarian to save the day. Very of the people. I think your car is loaded with a symbolism too. A pink convertible is like, here comes a bunch of cool gay people to save the day. Yeah, but like, it's all gay people, but they're gay people with books. Didn't you literally tell me earlier that your job is 50% reading books? Surely you got plenty. Right, that's what I'm saying. Her job is to get rid of books. What a beautiful dream. I was in an argument with some awful person online who didn't realize how much harm they were doing to the community. And will you believe what happened? They blocked you? I mean, yes, they blocked me, but before they did, they told me to go touch grass. How the fuck am I supposed to go touch grass? The world is ending. Do you see any grass around here? Well, good luck finding some, I guess. Sam, an epiphany has struck. What if I assumed the role of navigatrix? I could alert, feed the weaknesses in battle, and help with strategy. Oh, okay, I've got a better idea. What if you didn't define your entire self-worth in terms of whether you're useful in battle or not? I see my point. It need not be battle. I could learn how to drive, so it would surely be useful too, and requires no touch of the divine. Angela, come on, you know what I meant. Also, I mean, learning how to drive is maybe a good idea, but I recommend doing that not during the end of the world. If I waited till the world was not on the brink of destruction to learn a new skill, I would surely never have an opportunity. But I suppose Fowler right. Keeping track of the elemental weaknesses of foes in battle was scarcely ever a skill of mine regardless, forsooth. Angela, I'm gonna be real with you. I think we've both accidentally healed an insane number of she-marks with fire damage. Except I always just use nuke and non-elementals, because it's easier that way. Yep, knew it. You can't let us use a freaking healing point. You'll see no solace here. Round 3. Hey, Machine Devil, by the way, it didn't work. Do tell. You thought like if you showed us Joe like this, we'd hate her, but it just meant we got to learn more about the real one. You totally fucked that one up. Yeah, now we know that she was really cool and nothing like you. You told him about me. Is that enough to absolve you? Have you found peace and pardon by putting on the perfect eulogy in front of your new friends? You found replacements. Yes, Joe, that's right. Replacements were you. One Sam wasn't enough, but with a full proper party, she could fill the space you left in her harrowed heart. Is that what you thought might I didn't replace you. I mean, I didn't replace Joe. It's not like that. Really, you didn't cunningly crawl into her bed to comfort her after I die? You're still, yet yearning from afar after all this time? I am not. Shut the fuck up. Nobody else gets to bully any Sam. You don't even want to know what happened to the last person who tried in my world. Enough, Joni Vanjo. No more words. You really want to hurt me? Then stop wasting time being cruel to him, and just hit me with your best shot. Oh, next throws already? Hey, like, do you want to talk? My truest desire is to have knowledge of all things, and the clarity to understand which knowledge is relevant to my plight. I mean, I feel you, but I think you might have to settle for second best on this one. Sam, I would never describe Fee as second best. If I were perfect in 5 presence is a blessing. Thanks, but if I was perfect, I probably wouldn't want to do nothing but open the window and scream as loud as I can. TBH. To be honest, I'm willing to try any cure at least once. Hey, are we screaming over here? Can I join? Everyone up at the front is just talking about swords right now, and I'm bored as hell of it. I mean, you can hang, but like, don't you literally have your own sword? It's like a ceremonial sword. There's no edge. It looks like a sword, but it is barely one. You can even safely call it and sleep with it. You know, if you were some kind of weirdo who loves swords enough to sleep with them. Ugh, we met someone like that once and she was annoying as hell. Jill did strike me as the manner of woman who would own a pillow decorated with the image of her most beloved sword. I know it not for a fact, but I know it in my heart. My point is, it's just a traditional thing for men in the royal family to have. I'm not like enthusiastic about swords for the sake of swords. Yeah, dude, I know. Trust me, I know all about what's traditional for men in the royal family. Oh, sorry, I guess even a princess would know, huh? You know what I mean. Ugh, whatever. Anyway, welcome to the Screaming Corner. Angela, I just want to say... Yes, my perfect blessing. Actually, I forgot how to speak. Stop flirting and just say how you feel. I'm giving you permission to open up. I know how you feel. You mean a whole lot to me. That's right, let me bless you. I know how you feel. I know how you feel, Angela. I mean, I know what it's like to bottle things up. That's why I'm worried about you. You're clearly upset and you've got good reason to be. Want to get that screaming out? I appreciate Val humoring me, my beloved friend, but I am certain the source of my distress is plain as day would be in a world where the sun did not hide itself forever from my sight. I have nothing to contribute to our struggle. Val toils most arduously, yet I am useless. Angela, our friendship isn't founded on you being useful. You're my friend, period. Even without obligation, I'm sad that I cannot do more. Val has inspired me to join the cause, and it aches to be unable to help, even if you would not ask such a thing. I wish to be useful. Please believe I am aware to not failing with my friendship. Even so, it pains me to see the fight struggle and be unable to assist. Being here for me is assisting. I really get it, though. I feel that way a lot too. Not about omniscience or whatever it was you had. I had all the power of the creator of all things bestowed upon me, to exert change in accordance with what I willed was right. Okay, I don't really know how to categorize that, but it sounds pretty powerful and helpful. It was definitely really nice to have someone else with the Ravage ability backup. I can't deny that. I've been feeling somewhat similar. Ever since Joe's been gone, we haven't had a healer, and I feel so bad that I can't even do that much. All I've got is the same exploit damage everyone else can do. There was even a point where that haunted me. It's still kind of haunting me. But you can't, define yourself by what you can't do, Angela. You do what you can do. Not that it would be perfect if you were able to. The irony. The alternate Sam is bothered that his abilities are rather common, just exploit and ravage, while the main world Sam has a complex about not being able to exploit. I mean, yeah, right. You're totally right. I suppose the one thing under my power is the ability to accept those feelings, but still, it's easier said than done. Pray tell, Prince Sam, how did you overcome that feeling? Well, I don't think this is going to be helpful, because it manifested in the form of a really hot bombshell babe, and he defeated her in combat. Wait, what? Oh, wow. So there was also an isolation field. You fought a hot girl version of yourself. Yeah, sorry, I didn't really want to talk about it. It was just an anxiety thing, but she was basically looked like you. Yeah, sorry. Oh my god, fuck me. Fuck me. Oh my god, fuck me. That was pretty much exactly the sort of thing she kept saying, yeah. You, Prince Sam under heaven, the hot guy who's the perfect alternate version of what a son heir to the throne can be. Fought a boss that was a gender swapped version of you. I mean, I don't know about your editorialization, but those are the facts, yeah. What? I only get one option here. Is this Princess Road or Princess Road? Hey Sam, can I ask you a weird question that I promise is important? The road we're on right now, was it originally called Princess Road or Princess Road? Spell it out for me. You know, it's Princess Road, like the thing that you are. It's because... Well... so that's one difference in the timeline. Yeah, dude, I know why it's that. It's the Earth thing in my world. Princess Road, the road of the Crown Prince. Fuck me, I can't believe it took so long to figure it out. Why we're stressing each other out so fucking much. Sam, you dummy. I'm trans. You're what? But... Oh, you mean you thought, I was the version of you that never transitioned? You thought I was born as a guy and just never did it? The twist. I'm guessing we both assume that, huh? How the fuck did you do that? I don't pass that well. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Literally demonstrably false. You shut the fuck up. So instead of just asking if he was transgender, Val deduced such knowledge from the most convoluted proxy question conceivable to mortals, name of a road. I can't just ask, are you trans, Angela? That's rude as fuck. Okay, I mean, Angela's correct about that being dumb as fucking hell, but honestly, I would have done the same in your position, so I get it. So it's true we're literally gender swap versions of each other, but we both had to get there the long way around, huh? Fucking figures. Let's not blow things out of proportion. I don't know if I got there or got anywhere. I know I'm not some helpless princess or sweet healer girl, but I still don't feel like a real person. Not yet. I'm still just stumbling through it. I don't feel like I'm a person even now. I just do whatever everyone thinks I should do. I made a decision once, and it exhausted me too much. Don't know if I could do another. Even this hairstyle is what Emily told me to do. I'm great at doing what I'm told, even though doing what I was told nearly killed me. Worse, if it had killed me, I would have been buried under the name Samantha. Can you imagine? No dignity even in death. Okay, well, I don't know about that last bit, but I mean, I get it, believe me. And Angel does too, I'm sure. Figuring out who you are isn't just a single decision. Now you're experiencing that too. So I am at that. And the fact that each of you two have made such strides in your own journeys despite hardships. Perhaps I'll arrive there too, in the end. If my dearest friend has had to reconcile a whole new understanding of her world to live, surely I cannot do less myself. It'll come to you. I pray that I'm prepared when it does come to me. No. I suppose prayer isn't enough. My prayers are clearly unheard. For whatever reason, I must prepare myself on my own. Not on all your own. We'll be here. Some war we're having, huh? Yeah, sorry. This really sucks. What, are you kidding? I was thinking we were having a mild, beautiful day. Oh, maybe I don't really have much of a frame of reference. All the ash sucks, though. Huh, you think this is bad? This is embers compared to when the world truly burned. Jeez. I was in the city under heaven before it fell, and let me tell you, you want to see flames? Even the entire clouded mountain was aflame, all the way to the sky. Once you've seen fire enough to make you wonder how you're still alive, a day like this just makes you grateful you are, you know? If you say so, we'll have a good one. What drew her to Emily and Sam wasn't their heroism, but that they were beautiful, and their camaraderie seemed so easy. Cass laughed. Even if you crawl to those degenerates and beg, they'll judge you for having been with us, you know? Joe believed him. It took years to tearfully confess to Emily that their first encounter wasn't when she introduced herself affected by sexual swagger, but when Emily killed Cass in a fight, freeing her. Emily just smiled kindly. She'd always known. Wow. Even if it took far longer, she loved learning about classical literature and astronomy, and all the philosophy surrounding religion, asking Emily tons of questions with every page. And when sitting on Emily's lap inevitably became too distracting to focus, she would interrupt her mid-sentence with greedy kisses, whispering, "That's not what I want you to teach me about right now." She was an adult, after all. Okay. As a child, she insisted to herself that she was too grown up for toys. She only carried it because it made her look younger and more innocent, and therefore helped her pickpocket easy marks. But even as an adult, she had grown so accustomed to the comfort it provided that she couldn't fall asleep without clinging to it tightly. Only after she fell in love with Emily did she find something to cling to that gave the same comfort. Back for another round, eh? You'll see no solace here. So you told them about me, but did you really tell them everything? You tolerated me, true, but do you really think these new heroes will ultimately understand? You think me muddying her memory? Did my forthright fiance tell you Joe was real eager edgelord? We were a match meant for each other because nobody else would truly tolerate me. Yeah, I read about it in your... in the weapon lore. Did she tell you that I was never a hero at heart? That I just kept clinging to someone who'd push my evil heart along a proper path? Evil doesn't live in the heart. Evil lives in action. And yet, could evil ever take root in her heart if her ways were really so proper and pure? What do you know of her heart? You're just a demon pulling the strings. I'm the only one she ever truly gave her heart to. Nobody will ever know her better. You might be able to twist the difficult path she overcame when talking to strangers who never met her, but you'll never fool me. I knew her too well. What do you know of her, though? How much did she tell you about herself, honestly? So many mysteries. Joe and Evanjo. Even our names work great together. That's obscene. How dare you? Put some respect on her name. Do you even know my name? What's Joe short for? Tell me. True. What's it short for? Maybe the short stack with the broken blade can say if she knows me so well. Eat shit, Machine Double. You're just a skipping record. Nothing. Nobody knows even that much. Yet you confidently claim to know what lives in her heart. Damn, do even you know nothing? I never knew. Nobody told me who I was. Who was I before Joe? It felt like forever. It felt forever like it was just on the tip of my tongue. But who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Joe of the Mountain. What does that mean? I don't know, but I know that Emily trusted Joe and fought alongside Joe. So if this monster is eating off her heart now that you've been separated, that doesn't tell me anything about her. That just tells me that you're a monster that feeds off trauma and loneliness. Sam, thank you. So, let's fight, in the name of Joe. Thank you, in the name of Joe. Hey, hi, how are you doing? Hopefully as well as possible under circumstances. Yeah, that sounds about right. You too? Pretty much. Anyway, sorry to bother you, take care. Dude, Sam, you're not going to believe this. You're never going to guess what I found. Something that could truly only exist in our world. I don't know. The Gun of Fate. It's like the Sword of Fate, but instead of making lightning strike, it just shoots bullets? Damn, no, that's crazy, but this is even crazier. They've got ruby elixir in this world. They're still just still selling it. Okay, I guess that's different from normal elixir. Oh man, yeah, it was like a limited thing from the 70s. It was like elixir, but it was red and sweetened with fruit instead. They discontinued it after like 2 years. I guess the market just didn't understand it, but it was totally my favorite. Loved it. Like, I bought a ton of the last stock, so I could keep drinking it weeks after they stopped selling it. Thanks, so it's better than the one we've got? It kinda sucks, actually. Oh. Yeah. Maybe, the one in our world tasted different? I wanna believe, Sam. I wanna believe. It's an awful lot like, oh hey, Sam, how are you doing? Hi, this is Sam. I'm okay. Just wanted to check in on Angela. I must offer Fee my gratitude for her kindness. I am attending as best as one can. Angela was just telling me about how she convinced y'all to let her join your party. Well, 'twas hardly in question. How could I not aid heroes as brave as those which saved my life? No way, this guy's right. Don't act like it was an obligation. You had to convince Grace that it wasn't about repaying a debt, remember? It was the whole thing. 'Tis true, 'twas not a matter of obligation, but of inspiration. 'Twas a dramatic decision, but Val makes it feel easy. Yet now... Honestly, it reminds me a lot of Joe's situation. She didn't have to come with us. It would have been easier for her not to. But she did anyway, and now that she's no longer with us, it's like all I'm thinking of her now is how grateful I am she was able to help at all. I bet all your friends are just as grateful you're still here, regardless of the whole power of God situation, you know? I see. Would Svel care to tell me more of my friend, Priffy? Sure, I mean, I think you're both really cool. You're both outsiders who got dragged in. Joe is out of love, and you, well, I don't know, just get the vibe, but like... Oh, it's definitely love for her too, even though I don't think she'll admit unless there's a chance to embarrass me. Sam, I would never. All my professions of affection for Fee have been of the utmost sincerity. Yeah, really? And remind me again, how many of them come with boob jokes? Prince Sam, Fel art of the same character as she. Pray tell, why must she deflect by drawing attention to my breast? They truly warrant such attention? No, it's a trick. Don't listen to her. She's just trying to do it to you now. Kaka, forgive me. Sure, no worries. But Sam's correct. I truly am deflecting. I care very dearly about her and the others, as I am certain my friend did too. Oh yeah, well, using your divine presence for evil is definitely another way you're like Joe. She was a real tease too. I do miss it. Okay, like, I think it's like this. You were both powerful and felt like it was your responsibility to use that power for good, right? You're not like all the others, where we were given authority by institutions like the Crown with me and her, or the Sword of Fate with Emily and Grace, or Sam, help me out. The DMV for Val, I think. Also, insanely hot girl yelling at them. Yeah, sure, all powerful authorities, but Angela, for you and her, it's all just because you felt guilty having all that power and not using it for good, right? Indeed, and I still do. But I mean, you don't have it anymore. You did your part. It's not your responsibility now. I think you're really cool and admirable for still wanting to fight after all that. But like, being a hero to the powerless also means being fair to the powerless, doesn't it? I'm just saying the same thing I would say to Joe if she felt guilty after putting her life on the line for so long. Maybe that's a little selfish, but nay, dear one, I shall accept fine admiration gratefully, especially since the Val would share such heartfelt matters with one Val has just met. Aw, thanks. Well, I'd like to get to know you better. She's great to know. Just watch your back around her or she'll find your weakness in no time. Sam, it's surely the same as my weakness of watching my back. See, is she an angel or is she a demon? Who can say? Ahaha. I may have been sincere. For a moment, my presence allows me to forget the way of my fears, and for that I have the utmost gratitude. Sure, no problem. You're welcome. I just realized something, like, our phones still connect to the normal world, right? So I'm gonna call a tow truck to tow my car to the city under heaven so it'll be there for us. I'm a genius. You absolutely are, dear. A curious cosmic phenomenon to be sure. I had not the knowledge of astral telephoning to realize such a thing would work. Mostly it's just real weird hearing y'all talk about this city under heaven like that. The time when it was my beloved home. That really does feel like another world away now. What happened to it? Did it burn down? It's unspeakable. The atrocities that happened there. It was worse than you're capable of imagining. It's better if you don't even try. But it's still standing. You don't understand. I hope you never will. What happened in our world? I hope you can prevent it, Grace. I really do. What? Don't tell me that the cultists took over the city completely and made their base of operations. The real evil was never the machine devil. It was what chaos would enable. It was what happened when communities fell apart and couldn't work together anymore. It's what happened when people were starved of everything that brought them together and put them into survival mode. That's when evil won. The physical flames, that was just a straw hat that broke the camel's back. I mean, you're the hero of legend. Once you're done with the machine devil and Joe, I'm sure nothing that city can throw at you would stand a chance. It's not about fighting, it's the opposite. It's not that I've given up on the fighting, it's that I can't do anything else anymore. You can't put scarred communities back together again just by killing evil. The world did this even in the absence of the machine devil. Those cultists are gone now. They disappeared. They fell back. They died in blazes of glory. The damage was done. Now only mistrust between people remains. When this is all over, there'll be no evil slay that puts it right. People of the city under heaven don't need justice. They need healing. I can't provide that. Not of that attitude, maybe. One day you're going to learn the limits of swagger, Grace Morningstar. Who are you trying to convince? You. I'm trying to convince you. What, to convince me that I can fight my way through any problem if I just believe in myself enough? Don't be childish, Grace. Childish? Grace, are you serious? Seriously, Emily. You're like going to call Grace childish. Look at her. She's my hero of legend. Don't talk about her that way. Thanks, Sam. I appreciate it. If I may step in. Go ahead. Emily, in our world, Val were not a fighter. Val were the community organizer. My comrades admired me not for fight prowess, nor even fight tenacity. What they admire is the role Val played in the group standing together to help their own. To them, Val are the symbol not just of how cruel evil can be, but how strong a community can be. Val says they fight with the machine devil was 10 years past, yet Val still wears a librarian garb even today. Is it not out of pride for who Val were on that day? That's a shockingly good read. Are you sure you're not still omniscient? Val does wear on my sleeve, Emily, in a manner true in both spirit and fact. Val notes Val art the same hero Val were before the calling, before the battle. Maybe I'd like to hope I could be her again in my dreams. Well, I'm glad to hear my death did some good in your world too. You talk like you're already dead. You talk like this counts as living. The Emily who inspired me didn't just lay down and die. She married because she stood up for people, not because she was a martyr. You can always stand up again. I get it, Grace. I truly understand what you're trying to say. I promise. You think I'm tepid, that I've grown weak, that my determination has failed when I was once strong. But here's what I see when I look at your determination. I see the kind of woman I was 10 years ago. Maybe a little more rude than I was, but still, the same kind. Hey, I'm gonna go check on some things in the back. Make sure we're stocked up for the next fight. Go ahead, Sam. Amara, Sam, can you come help me? I'm sure we're... yeah, actually, sure. So both your big sisters are fighting up there, huh? Okay, first off, how fucking long have you been done with that phone call? And second, I feel like big sister is maybe an inaccurate description of a girl I wanted to kiss for, like, 3 years. You know, a while. So, like, both your big sisters in the sexy kind of way are fighting up there in the not sexy kind of way, huh? Just because it's true doesn't mean you should say it. I'm just saying, I don't know about y'all, but it makes me want to jump in, even though, like, that's a real bad idea. Is it really so bad to jump in to defend your friend? No, of course not, but Grace can handle herself here. If you don't agree, it's up to them to work it out. Getting in the middle probably won't help. I definitely learned the hard way before when it's helpful and when it's not. And them not seeing eye to eye on what it means to be a hero, I think she wants to talk that out, even if it annoys her. I mean, I don't think Emily thinks she's not a hero, it's just harder to see someone who reminds you of who you were 10 years ago. Speaking of which, are you seriously 10 years older than me? I don't know, I guess. I mean, like, if you're 22, then yeah. Yeah, that's right. Were you like me at my age? What? No way, of course not. Unless you mean the widely considered to be a princess part, then yes. I can't believe you transitioned so young. I'm so envious. I mean, I just couldn't not... I don't know, I think it would have killed me if I waited longer. And it really did. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, sorry, we don't need to talk about that. Anyway, I hope I look as good as you do when I'm free too. Well, that's easy. A witch cursed me to look like this for the rest of my life. Wait, seriously? Yes, that witch's name was Joe, and she always said that my gender was actually FTF, but the second F stood for Fancy Lad. And literally everything Joe said always came true, so I'm pretty sure she cursed me by saying that. I'll be 50 and sitting on the throne thinking about how apple pie would be a delightful treat. You would have liked her a lot. She always had jokes like that. Oh my god, that was devastating. That's even worse than the time Grace once told me I was gonna look like a 16-year-old girl for the rest of my life, but like a cool one with popular IG. You really do have a lot in common then. She was edgy, sometimes too rude, but she was funny. Go on, tell me another. One time she told some transphobic cultist that she thought he was Val as a man, but he'd probably be living his own truth better if he transitioned back into a brain parasitizing tumor. It wasn't a telling, really. She said it better, but it was like something like that. Oh my god. So I guess it's just a multiversal constant that Sam must always be a huge queer and must always love mean girls, huh? No, who I love is Emily. I mean... You know what I mean. We're what's left. We're in the cigar. Okay, but you meant the other thing too, yeah? Yes, but I don't want to talk about it. Actually, I just don't want to talk about anything. Honestly, fair. Does anything special happen if I unlock the whole Zodiac thing? Yeah, I'm pretty much maxed out on here too. Yeah. Now I have more points that I know what to do with, so unless I have to use it to free Angela somehow, I don't know what to do. Yeah, fully maxed. Are you gonna acknowledge that I maxed it? What am I gonna do with all these extra points then? And I feel like most people would have maxed it by now, so that means the final boss must be coming up soon. So wish you had some unique dialogue, like maybe a pat on the back for filling the whole thing out and returning to my full potential. Hey, how are you holding up, babe? Holding up. You? Fair enough, I'm fine. Trying to give her some space, because it seemed like she needed it. But I'm real worried about Grace. I mean, you said it yourself. She can handle herself. She's tough. Tougher than ever. That's what makes me worry, because just because she's tough enough to handle everything doesn't mean she doesn't deserve better. I want to make it easier on her, but she's stubborn as hell. Yeah, that's normally my favorite thing about her. But, I don't know, like, that thing she was talking about at the diner with the car, acting like she was taking advantage. She's so bad at accepting help that she doesn't get, like, that people want to share her burden because they love her. Yeah, I get what you mean. I think if you were in my position right now, you'd know what you'd say, right? Like, you'd say you should tell her that's how you feel, I think. Maybe. But I think she's probably too stressed out right now for, like, a tough evaluation of how she closes herself off to people. I don't think that'll make her feel better, you know? Yeah, but how do you feel? I love her, so I'm okay with waiting until she's ready. Still worry about her, though. Hey, so what are you gonna do when this is all over? Oh, I mean, I'm not really from around here. Hardly matters. Is there a part of the world that's not on fire that I'm not aware of? It's kind of really complicated to explain. What about you? What are you gonna do when this is all over? I'm so glad you asked. I'm going to get a nice cabin right off the highway and turn it into a museum for model kits. Wait, sorry, model kits? Yeah, even in one of those empty cities, I bet there's a hobby shop that's full of them, like a load of treasure. Who'd bother ransacking that? I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna spend 18 hours a day clipping plastic pieces and sanding them down with perfect love. Nothing but models of all the coolest angels and mightiest heroes. I bet you thought I was gonna say something more useful, like, useful, huh? More utopian? I guess maybe a little. No way, I'm sick of being useful and helpful. If we survive all this, all I want to do is dedicate my life to something fun. I mean, I can't really argue with that. And I'm gonna turn it all into a museum. I'll show them all off. A huge shrine to the lowest of heroes. Is this like a metaphor or something? I think I get it if it's a metaphor. Like celebrating small acts of heroism, that sort of thing? No, like 1/12 scale. The little ones that are the size of dolls, you know? I'm too tired for metaphors. I don't want to spend energy creating meaning and things anymore. All I want to do is build model kits. I miss them. I realize, Val must find my lamentations to be of the utmost callousness, feeling helpless about having lost power that Val could never dream of. I apologize for delivering such rudeness to Fee. Oh, come on, I mean, like... Yes, but they're also your feelings and you're allowed to have them. Then Val must be frustrated by my monofocus on a singular subject that Val has no frame of reference for, surely. The world is so vast, so full of mystery, yet she can only focus on her personal circumstances, no? I cannot say I would not respond the same way. Angela, please stop putting your own insecurities into my voice. I don't like any of those things, okay? And I offer my most sincere apologies once more. 'Tis true, they are my own words, my own feelings. I feel pathetic and selfish for such indifference to anything else. I mean, I know what that's like, though. I even had a thing going on where I was so lost in my own stupid gender feelings that I literally could not see my friends. I think sometimes it can feel like it's impossible to interact with the world while you're struggling. I just, like... it's like your friends love you and don't want your worries about them to be making things harder when things are already hard, you know? We're here for you, but only when you're ready. And like, if even a giant baby like me could get through it, I definitely believe you can too. Respectfully, Sam, I am both more statuesque than Thou and more babe-like than Thou, having only been reborn during our meeting along the road. Nevertheless, prithee accept my thanks for thy reassurance and thy wisdom. I will consider it well. You have my sincerest gratitude. Sure, no problem. Sorry, Emily, I'd love nothing dearer than to dance with you again, but I think I should save my strength for the summit. For our serious showdown, where I get to rise reborn, and you get to rest until the end of eternity by your beloved fiance's side, as you both dearly deserve. You don't have to fight further, you know. Jo cries for you in her heart every time you hurt her. I've decided I'm going to ensure her safety from you, until then. So you're just gonna let us have this healing point? Why are you making me say that? You speak seeming as if I'm not here. I'm here. I want to keep dancing. Don't... One last decisive dance on the summit, I promise, pet, but for now, a far more familiar fight to you all. Oh, so we are fighting after all. Let's let our loves stay special, Emily. See you soon. Is that... an angel possessed by the machine devil? That's possible? Or are they supposed to be omnipowerful? I don't know. I'm sure Angela can tell us after we're done saying this one back to the creator of all things. So this is finally a more unique boss. There's nothing special about the representatives of the heavens. They're just as fallible as any of us. Just more powerful, and more power to corrupt. I mean, is that true? I feel like none of the shit Angela was saying lines up with that. None of this makes sense based on what I've heard about the metaphysics. If I were correct, such a thing should not be, and yet our enemy stands before us all the same. For once I'm in agreement with Emily on this. We can't figure out what's up in the machine if the machine devil kills us first. Then we must fight. Could Jo actually be an angel? That's what I'm saying. Let's fucking go. Okay. I should have used I should have used the power-up item. But still, how could this happen? That means the angel must have had some kind of weakness in their heart. Maybe they went through some kind of character development like Angela, but it turned them for the worse, and they ended up like Jo in some way. Maybe the weakness in their heart allowed Joni Vanjo to take over. Is that what's going on? Maybe they started becoming dissatisfied with the way the Divine Order does things, but they didn't have any friends to guide them, so they ended up turning to evil. Yes, that's my guess at any rate. Yeah, we really need to learn, get more lore about the angels in general. I think it would have been better to wait for the stagger gauge to run out before using the fate. That way I can just instantly stagger them again while dealing good damage. Yeah, that would have been smarter. Also, I wonder if it would have been better to put the fate button onto a different button than RB. Like maybe on one of the trigger buttons. That way you could still swap between your moves even without having to trigger fate. Also, what does the rust percentage do exactly? Because either way, it just lowers them by 1 rank. Of course, that's compensated by the Devil Clock boosting their rank. Yeah, so this is why the Rust Trinket is very necessary. That way, you can keep the you can pretty much keep the enemy's buffs neutralized. Though I wouldn't be surprised if the Rust Trinket somehow gets nerfed in the future. It is kind of OP, since it changes the enemy by an entire rank. Well, that worked out pretty well. Keep honking, I'm building meter. Yeah, I managed to use the level 5 version of the attack 10 times. And I got a bunch of AZP that I will never be able to spend because I'm already maxed out. Emily plus Joe forever. No, no. So I feel... Yeah, it looks like we're almost to the end, huh? We're as strong as we can possibly be. I don't think buying any more trinkets is gonna help, because we only ever gotten free trinkets from this new batch. Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Get in the Car Loser. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.